Let's rub our palms. Come into the center. Feel the energy, feel the heat. Press your palms together, bring them to your heart. Close your eyes and slow down. Just bring yourself into this present moment. What is most loving for me right now? What do I need to be inspired by, become aware of? Open your awareness, open your focus. And start to become aware of your breath. Feel the flow in and feel the flow out. Find the gratitude for your life, the gratitude for your breath. Connecting in your mind's eye to the most beautiful sunrise. Golden sunrise. Feel those qualities of radiance and health and light and joy, warmth, the promise of a new day. Inhaling that light directly into your heart. Hold that breath, the light at your heart center, and allow it to expand. See it and feel it expanding in all directions. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold that light, that breath, that energy at your heart. See it and feel it radiating. And exhale through the crown like a fountain, clear out your space. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center, expand it. And as you exhale, send it out through the mouth. What do I feel like talking about? So many subjects or so many inspirations come through my path during the week, from one week to the next. And it really is nothing new, obviously, as you know, you've been listening to me for a while. It really isn't anything super new, usually. It is, however, all of it related. You know, everything that I'm talking about is like layers upon different layers. And it activates different things, as I've said, in this awakening process that, you know, I hope I am giving some practical things that you can apply. And also, you know, maybe watering some seeds that you might not have known were there. And in this space of love, to feel the love, how love makes things blossom. Love makes things bloom, to open, to awaken. And if you take nothing else from whatever I say to you, but you take love, again, that's enough. Like, that's more than enough. If you really learn how to apply the healing and soothing balm of love, but like there's not really much else, because if you think about love or feel into love, as I've said so many times, as a way of being, as who you are. And so therefore, anything that doesn't feel like that, and you practice with yourself, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, is this most loving? Asking those very good questions to yourself, that when you feel limited, or when you feel like you are not doing something right, or not getting it, or this isn't working out, or I didn't get the right results. And when you can, in those moments, apply love, be more loving to yourself, softer to yourself, easier on yourself, not harder on yourself, easier on yourself with love. That does not mean, and That does not mean you let yourself get away with BS. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Being loving to yourself is holding yourself accountable in integrity. But generally, how we're taught or what we observe to hold ourselves, I don't even know if it's in integrity, but hold ourselves up to some standard, or, producing something and being productive and whatever that is, we're very hard on ourselves in that way. And there is a shift that we can make that is like, of course, we want to do or achieve or be or have certain things in this world. That is part of this experience. And so, however, what I'm saying is, what I'm inviting us to do and continue to do, if you've already been doing it, is look at those things that you think you want. And how are you approaching it? Like, how are you approaching it? Is it from the old story or the old ways or the old self of, this is the goals, this is the timeline, this is the things? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a linear way of being and a very material, way of being. It's one way of being, and it's not wrong or false. It's how it is. It's one level of consciousness. But if you're expanding your level of consciousness and you are living with this love, with the eyes of love, seeing everything you're doing with the eyes of love, hearing yourself with the ears of love, just being so loving to yourself, then I just feel like you're more open to creating in a different way. And you have access to get out of that linear way that comes with very measured, this is how it has to be. Now, once again, discipline is love. Being disciplined with yourself is love. But I hope you're feeling what I'm saying. There's a difference between being hard on yourself and keeping yourself accountable. That doesn't have to be together. You don't be hard on yourself to keep yourself accountable. You be so loving. This is the most loving thing for me to do for me, is to be committed and consistent with this practice, or with this work I want to do, or with these things that I want to do for this project, or whatever it is. Now, also, side note, are you using the law? Are you consciously, in that with love, using the law of assumption? Or, as Neville would say, also sometimes concurrently as the law of assumption, the law of liberty. And I like to say the law of liberty because freedom is where it's at, especially right now, being free within yourself. So are you using the law of liberty? Are you using the law of assumption with everything you're doing? And what are we talking about here? What have I been talking about here? You can listen and listen and listen, and it does feel good to be reminded and to feel that space of love. Like I'm saying, I'm here sharing my experiences. I'm not here to teach. I'm not here to, tell you what to do. I'm here sharing my lived experiences. That is why I've been saying, the truth by how it feels. And when you're listening to someone who has lived the truth or is living their truth, it hits different. It feels different. And then you start to tune into what that feels like for you. Does that feel like, this is truthful? Does that feel like this is in harmony with me or the truth, or, this, my process of awakening? Because, that's what I asked whenever that was some time ago. What's your point? Ask yourself, what's my point here? What do I think I'm doing here? Because nobody really actually don't really know what this is. This is a weird place, or whatever it is. I don't even know if it's a place. I have no idea. It's odd, okay? I know I always say it. It's just fun to remember, we don't really know what all this is. So because that's true, that nobody really knows, however, you are having this experience, So it would be in your best interest to figure out what the heck you think you're doing here. What are you doing? What are you doing here? And if you do not think that you are here to awaken to who you are, awaken to the power, awaken to the glory of all that is as you acting as, this limited self, but then become unlimited in this self. If you don't think that that's what you're here for, that's fine. That's okay. You're still listening to this and you can still use the law. You could still apply the law, because regardless of what you think you're here for, regardless if you think that this is a process of awakening, I'm awakening to who I truly am, or, knowing yourself as God, maybe you don't, that's like, well, I don't know about that. Okay, that's fine too. However, and also what I'm saying is to use the law, because first of all, you know that it is absolute and it does not fail if you truly know how to apply it and do it and start to question your assumptions and question yourself and be in integrity and all those things I was saying. You still have to operate here. Like, even if you don't know what's your point, or you don't know, if you're awakening as God and all that stuff, you still are going through the day to day or whatever this is. So why, again, like I said last week, what's the excuse? Like, well, where is it? Like, where is it? Where's the rub? Where's the hang up? Where are you lost in the sauce out there in the material world of amnesia, sleep, indoctrination? Like, do those words sound fun? Do those words sound like, woohoo, yeah, that's a party. I want to be in amnesia over there. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, maybe if it was crap and then you forgot everything and then you're in amnesia, like, that would be maybe cool to forget bad stuff. But the thing is, we forget the good stuff and we wake up in this world and we think this is it and this is who we are, and then get limited and indoctrinated and conditioned and have no idea what's up. So that kind of amnesia doesn't really sound that fun, or hasn't been that fun to me anyways. So what I'm saying is, regardless, using the law of assumption. And I know, like, you're like, okay, yeah, you always say this, like, use the law. But what I'm noticing is, as I generally notice, because this is what mode I've been in for the last, I don't know how long, quite a while lately. Quiet. I know I talk a lot. I know I do. Like I've said, I'm aware. However, this is the only real talking I'm doing, in classes or, with certain sessions or whatever. But really, most of my day is quiet, observing, listening. I'm listening a lot, observing a lot. And sometimes, yes, things out there, like what's going on, what's the general vibe? What's the consensus around here? What are people, doing? I really have no idea on that one. But also like listening, like listening to myself, or listening to infinite intelligence, or listening to nature, or whatever you want to say. Quiet, like super still, super quiet, and just paying attention. And it is very calming, very, very, very enlightening, very interesting. The things that you will be inspired to do, or inspired to read, or inspired to listen to, or who you'll be inspired to talk to. But as I've said before, most of us are too busy for that. We're got too much going on to be quiet, or listen, or take a pause, or, build these pauses in throughout your day. And, you really just need to not be quiet all day if you got to work or whatever, like I'm saying. However, you do know sometimes we're filling up the space with stuff that really doesn't need to be there. We really don't need to fill it up with talking to that person at lunchtime, or getting on the phone to call someone, or sending the text messages just because you want to be distracted or you're bored or whatever. Just be quiet and listen. Why can't you sit and listen? Or put your breath in an order or something. Like, how to do it. Just like get yourself in harmony. Like, loving? Is this loving? Is this the most loving? And some part of us, like some part of you may say, yes, it is. Okay, fine. If that's the truth and you do it, let's say. But what I've always asked you is then check back after. Did this feel like the most loving thing? Do I feel more uplifted now? Or do I feel not as good? Or did it was just a wash, like doesn't, it's fine. Just start paying more attention, please, more attention, as much attention as you can. And where I'm tying this into is that because everything is so automatic, like so just automatic programming, like we don't even think before we do things, that there are so many assumptions that you're missing. There's so many things that we are assuming, and we are not really connecting the dots. Like I've said, connect the dots, that this is an assumption. And if I so choose to shift my assumption, I can shift the results or the outcome or what I'm seeing or the outpicturing or however you want to say it. And I have talked about it before, like these big assumptions that we don't really, I don't know if we're thinking they're assumptions. You could call it programming and conditioning. You've just observed or heard it this way for ever and ever. So you don't really question if you have an assumption about it. But if you think about a lot of things, most things, and I've said this before, trace everything back to you. Don't leave it out there. Like, well, they said that this is how it is, or I read it in a textbook. Yeah, okay. How's that holding up? Are you willing to upgrade your model of understanding? Are you willing to upgrade to get better results? Like, this is what I don't think that is connecting sometimes, because why I'm saying all of this, trace it back in these assumptions, because everything you're experiencing, just think about, like, how did I come to this conclusion? How do I know this? How do I know this as a fact? And just ask yourself. And like certain things, you might just accept it. You might just say like, well, I was told that, or I was taught that, or that's what I learned, when I was a kid, or my parents told me that. And then it happened. So I have evidence for that. Right. Okay. And what happens when we have an assumption? When we believe something, when we have a belief or an assumption, what happens after that? The infinite mind, our subconscious mind, our, meaning maker, starts to gather all of the components to bring us the evidence for our belief. That is how it works. So I hope that you can pick up what I'm putting down and extrapolate this into bigger things, because it's very, very deep. It doesn't have to be deep, like in a way that's like I can't get out of it, or I can't fix it, or it's harder to change. I don't like to say that. I don't like to say that it's, because we've been ingrained with this or conditioned with this or indoctrinated or assumed or just made the assumption because somebody told us that this is the way it was. I don't want to say that that's harder to change, because it really is just a decision. It's just some inquiries to yourself. Like, how do I know this actually, though, to be true? Like, maybe you do know, maybe you think you know it to be true. I'm not saying it's all false. However, I am saying it could be. Are you so sure? That's another question I like to ask myself. Are you so sure about that? Are you sure about that? And just like all of that, like, why is it so challenging to question ourselves or question the status quo. Why is it so? Why is that such a challenge to question things? Because what? It breaks up the perceived continuity, or the I don't know. I really don't know. The accepted, well, that's life, like the way it is. We don't want to question things so that we can make better assumptions, different beliefs, and get better outcomes. Like, think about it, please, please, please. How do I know this to be true? How come I think this? How come I believe this? How come I believe that this is true? Have I ever questioned it? Did I ever look like, where did I learn that from? And what evidence? Sometimes, you want to know what? Sometimes when I would look at these things with myself and say, like, where did I get this from? Why do I believe this? I wouldn't even have evidence for it. Like me personally, like I didn't even have any evidence. Like I just believed it. Maybe I had evidence. Okay. Maybe I had evidence from someone else, like I saw that happen to them, or they had that, or then they did this and then that happened. So that must be the way it is. But I never questioned it. We really are taught and ingrained generally, on a general scale, like I've said before, there are exceptions, not to question things. That's the way it is. This is what you're told. Be a good girl. That's just, you better follow the rules. That's what they said. This is how it is. Why? I'm grateful that I came in, like I've said, pretty curious and wanting to do my own thing regardless. If it didn't make sense to me, it didn't make sense, and I didn't care. I didn't care what anybody said. I was going to question it and figure out if it made sense for me. And that is what I wish everybody would do, because you are here to have your own experience. And this wounding, or, that's a strong word. However, this messaging that a lot of us got or felt or, adopted, that it is not safe to be who we truly are. It's not safe to be fully who we are, because if you stand out or if you think differently, then you may be cut out of the group. You may be cut out of the herd. You may be cut out of the family. And that feels unsafe. That feels unsafe. So if you think about this kind of, program we've picked up here since the get-go, that, we need safety. We're vulnerable. What can I do? I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be by myself. I couldn't survive by myself. But once you start to know your power and know who you are, you don't really feel alone, because you're not alone ever, ever, ever. However, not just like in a philosophical way, you're never alone. There's others like you. There's others that are questioning too, or, maybe think a different way. It's just, it may not be apparent in the people around you. And I understand that could feel scary, but once you start to tune into love, like loving yourself, is this the most loving thing? And once that is your marker, or what that feels like, or even if you don't, if you just decide, just like I'm saying, you don't have to know before you do it. That's not how it works. Just decide and go for it. And then the knowing reveals itself to you. It keeps revealing itself to you. You keep getting different messages, different intuitions, different inspirations, different people come across your path, different information, like all of that. It just, like I've been saying, when you choose a state of being, or when you tune into a state of being, everything that goes along with that state of being is there, available. So when you tune into love and what is most loving, then it also makes it a little bit easier to understand, to know what is not that, what does not feel loving, or who is not truly aligned with the most loving thing for you. And then, because this love starts permeating, like I've said, into the way you think, into the way you speak, into the way you act, and how you look at others, it's not that you feel like you would be cut out. You choose to not be around that. That is the most loving thing for you. So then it's not a situation where you feel like I'm going to be cast out and then I'm on my own and that doesn't work. That doesn't work. It's more like, no, I'm good. Like, all life everywhere loves and supports me. I love and support all life. I will always be taken care of. And you just relax. And then you choose not to be around those things because it doesn't feel, like I said, it's not in alignment. It doesn't feel loving. So, but back to the law. This is the last, reminder of your assumptions, tracing. So love, 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 love. Please tune into it. Take pauses, be quiet. Just be quiet and be mindful, as I've been saying, of your consumption, like what you're consuming, what you're taking in, of especially like mass produced things for the public, for the masses, whatever that is, movies, TV shows, all that stuff. Just be super mindful of your consumption. And does this feel good? And is this most loving? And do I want to be programmed, continue to be programmed into these assumptions? And what results are they producing in my life? And if they don't feel good, just check yourself. Like maybe you can watch something else, a documentary on nature or something, an audiobook or lecture, or learn something new, something different. But just watching that stuff about taking pauses and really like the mental and emotional diet so that you can, when you tune into the love, when you're in integrity with yourself, keep yourself disciplined, consistent, and committed with filling yourself with the truth, it crowds all the rest of that stuff out. What I'm saying is, if you would just do it, you wouldn't be able to, you don't have any room for all that other crap. You don't have any room for any of that. Just doesn't line up. It doesn't feel good. So you crowd all that other stuff out. Now you're in that space. You start to notice your assumptions, like stuff's going on and you're believing in it, or you're getting emotionally involved. Oh God, look at that now. This isn't going to be good. Whatever that is. Okay, that's your clue. Anytime you're feeling weird or off, or like, your emotions are getting involved, that should be your alarm going off. I have a belief here that may need some refining, that probably needs to be flipped, switched, something else. Do I want to get the results from this assumption or belief? And like everything is that. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You are the operant power. The law does not operate itself. You as consciousness have to operate it. So then you start to use the law, decide, what is my state of being? What would I want instead? What is a different assumption I could make? What is a new belief that this human physiology, my human physiology, my physical being is perfectly capable of healing itself? What about that belief? And why couldn't we have that belief? That I have everything I need within me. I don't have a lack of anything. I don't need anything out there to be added to me to make myself into better health. What about that belief? And like, I don't know, like, think about it. I'm talking these kind of ones that would be life changing. And are you disciplined enough to, not even disciplined, first, thanks, Chewy. It's okay, come. It's Jayla. It's Jayla. Go upstairs and find her. Go on. Yeah. Are you willing is first. Are you willing to change the belief? Do you want that belief? What is it serving you to have a belief where you're not self-sufficient, or that this system can go rogue and turn against you and do crazy things, and you can just not be able to take care of it within yourself. Where did you learn that? Where did you learn that from? Who told you that? And if you're still sitting here, listen to me. Haven't you come through some of those illnesses or issues or disharmonies in the body, and you're still here, stronger, upgraded, the system taking care of itself? So that's what I'm saying. Is like, we have these beliefs, right? And assumptions, and we've gathered some evidence, but what evidence did you gather? Other people watching other people? I don't know. It's weird to me. It's very weird. I mean, I understand the programming, I understand the indoctrination, I understand that we have a fundamental misunderstanding of this reality, of ourselves, of what this is. Like, I understand that. So I'm not, thinking anything is better or worse, or I'm just saying, what do you want? And what are you willing to let go of to choose a new belief and a new assumption to get the best results for you? And just think about that part where I was saying, this safety thing, or is there a deep conditioning or feeling that I may be left out of something? But like, left out of what? Do you want to be in that? Like, think about it. You want to be a part of all that? That sounds good, feels harmonious, feels loving, feels truthful. Does it? Okay. Maybe to you, wherever you're at, or whatever level of consciousness, or whatever stage in your unfolding, maybe it does. But yeah, I wanted to say that to start making really question, like, use your time wisely, like I'm saying, consuming or deciding and creating or shifting or tuning in. Like, what do you want? What are you doing here? Do you want to just distract yourself till you're gone? Like, till you're out of here? Is that, I mean, even if that was it, okay, here, last thing, even if that was it, you just want to distract yourself till you're done. You still got to do stuff here. You still got to, so distract yourself with the law. Use the law to get the stuff you want, or to have the experiences you want, or harmonious things, or, a radiantly healthy body. But like, you have to do it, use it to your benefit, and be easier on yourself and using so much love. If you can do that, you're going to be good. Okay, we are going to breathe. Because, we have these tools. You have to remind yourself, like, everything I need is right here for me. What is my excuse? Like, what is it? There is none. There's absolutely zero excuse for you not living your best life, or on the path to do that, or using these things, these tools that we have to slow down, get still, get calm, and feel the power of who you are. And just from that space, what am I going to do after that? What's next? What am I inspired to do? Oh, go back into consuming crap. Like, no, you're not going to do that. Just do the stuff. Okay. Look straight ahead. Inhale deep into the chest. Hold your breath. Inhale a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. One more. Hold it. Now relax your shoulders, open your heart, smile, squeeze it up from root lock, squeeze it up, activate yourself. And exhale, relief. Catch the feeling of relief, dissolve, merge. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. One more. Hold, pull root lock, pull it up, squeeze it up tight. And exhale gracefully, relief. Catch the feeling, really feel it. Expand your awareness in all directions, not just in front of you or beside you, behind you, above you, below you. Expand your awareness. Inhale deep into the chest, hold your breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. More light, more light, more light, more light. One more, one more. Now hold, now squeeze it up tight, squeeze it up. Smile, squeeze. And exhale gracefully. Close your eyes. Breathe, see if you can feel yourself expand. Feel the vastness of who you are. Tune into the infinite mind, your infinite possibilities, your infinite nature. Just really feeling it. Once again, using these practices to come into your stillness, into your center. Let's do left nostril breathing. So you're going to use your left hand or your right hand, cover the right nostril, and just slowly breathing through the left nostril. You can take your time. You can make a rhythm if you want. Inhale for 4 counts, hold, and exhale. I would say hold a little bit longer than the inhale and exhale a little bit longer than the inhale, if that makes sense. So you inhale a little bit, you hold a little bit longer, and you exhale a little bit longer. So take it slow and enjoy it like you're drinking in nectar for your whole being, soothing your nervous system. Move your finger and inhale through both nostrils. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it out, no air. Inhale, hold. And exhale. Good, just sitting quietly, easy breath. Notice what you notice. See if you can expand your awareness in all directions. Open your focus. Good, inhaling. Rub the palms. Bring your wrists together, bring them in front of the throat. Exhale. Let's do Zoe. Buzzing bees of summer, buzz your brain, buzz your throat, and a nice long O. Think about infusing your speech, your inner conversations and your outer conversations with so much love, so much light. And penetrate into the heart of anyone with your love, with your words. Inhale to begin. Beautiful. Inhale. Hold, pull root lock. And exhale. Inhale, sweep. And exhale through the mouth, press down. Good. Bring your hands on your heart. Just tuning into your state of being. So much love, so much gratitude. We're going to use I am with the forceps in, so rhythm with your I am.
I am, I am. I am, I am, 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 I am, I am.
Hold the breath, pull root lock, pull it up into your heart, into your brain. Activate yourself and exhale. Hold it out, no air. Pause. Inhale, reach. Look up. Inhale more. Hold it, shake. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Sitting quietly. Let's do our nervous system. Tongue is up. Really suck on that palate. Look at the tip of your nose. Click it off. Swallow the saliva. Stick out your tongue. Look at the third eye. And come back to center, fingertips together, plug your nose, look up, inhale. Puff the cheeks, tip the chin, hold. Come back to center, exhale. Thumbs inside. 3 times, reset. When you're done, pop in the ears, being quiet. Just again, feeling yourself in that stillness, in that calm, in that center. Listening, listening with all of your inner senses, your awareness, listening with your awareness, your consciousness. Your inner ear, your inner sight, your inner feelings. Once again, feeling your expansion in all directions. Your infinite, vast, eternal nature. What is true for me? Who am I? Who do I say that I am? Bring your hands to prayer. So once again, to your stillness, to your center, feeling balanced, calm, quiet, in your power, empowered. Just decide your state of being with so much love, as love. feeling your life unfolding in harmony, in joy, in freedom, with so much love. Inhale to begin. Love before me, love behind me, love at my left, love at my right, love above me, love below me, love in me, love in my surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Inhale, peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings, peace to all, peace to the universe. Inhale, light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light in me, light in my surroundings, light to all, light to the universe. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jody.